it's the OC Food Diva. We're back in the test kitchen again. We've missed you. And we're going to be reviewing a cookbook here. It's called the Happy Planet Cookbook. We're also experimenting with some new lights that we've got. So let us know how these lights look and if it actually makes us look human instead of so pale. Because I noticed a lot of our videos were pale. So we're going to be doing one of the recipes in here. And it's called the Happy Planet Vegan Lasagna. So this book, she has a lot of vegan, vegetarian recipes in here, but you also can substitute meat. She, doesn't have any qualms about you substituting anything. So, and it's also, it was made or published in the UK. So a lot of the ingredients that we're used to in America may be a little different, and also the measurements. There's a lot of milliliters and grams and stuff like that. So we're going to be converting some of them. I think the recipe we have, though, doesn't have that many conversions. I think the only conversion we have to do is for the temperature of our oven. So it says 200 degrees Celsius, so we'll have to convert it to Fahrenheit for our oven. But everything else seems pretty straightforward. It's set up kind of like a coffee table booklet. So it's got your different contents. We've got the how to use this book, the kitchen cupboard. So what you would need to, start if you were going to start a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle, stuff that you'd want to have in your refrigerator as a staple. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff we bought today, because normally we don't have a lot of vegan stuff in our refrigerator, so we had to go look at some ingredients at our local store here to see what we could find. And I'm just going to show you the different products that are out there that you can probably find at your local grocery store. And then she goes into family, cooking, breakfast, sharing with friends, cooking to impress, children, what did she say? Oh, children are our future, and then dinner for two. So there's a lot of different sections she's got in here, but the lasagna looked the best to us, so we're going to make that. So I'm going to show you the ingredients, but not the measurements. You're going to have to buy this cookbook to find out what the measurements are, but you'll get the gist of what we're doing here. And that's about it. So let's get started with the mise en place. Okay, the ingredients for today's recipe are coconut milk, cultured vegan butter, mozzarella cheese, which is vegan, plant-based meat substitute. We've got soy creamer, which is cream. Got semolina lasagna noodles, quinoa flour, kale. The recipe actually calls for spinach, but this is what I had in the fridge, so I'm using kale. Minced garlic, or chopped garlic, onion, salt and pepper. We've got diced tomatoes. This one has green chilies in it, so it'll be a little spicy, but not. And tomato sauce. Okay, the first thing we did was we preheated our oven to 400 degrees, which was the closest degrees we can get from 200 degrees Celsius. So that's what we got. So now we're going to start the meat sauce. A little bit of olive oil. So on medium heat, can not heat it up. We're going to add our garlic. And onion. And we're just going to fry it up. And the onions are nice and soft, almost translucent. So we're going to add the plant-based meat. Oops. There's a piece of paper in there, just like real meat. Okay, so our plant meat substitute has been cooking for a couple minutes. So we're ready to add our tomatoes. So we've got our chopped tomatoes. You don't have to use the green chili ones. This is what I had at home. And then tomato sauce. Make sure we get it all out. Okay, so we're going to let this cook for 5 to 10 minutes. Put the cover on so we can keep the moisture in. Okay, so we've got our tomatoes all cooked up. And we're going to add some salt and pepper to taste. We're going to add in our kale, or your spinach, if you're going to go by the recipe. I'm also going to add some water because we are using a noodle that's not going to be pre-boiled. So I need the liquid from this sauce to help cook the noodles while they're in the oven. I know she has spelt lasagna noodles in her recipe. We could not find that at the market. So we're using semolina. So hopefully that'll be enough water to keep it hydrated and cooked. And then we're going to let this cook for 2 minutes. It looks like our meat sauce is done. Kale is kind of wilting down a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and set this off to the side. So you've got our vegan butter, and this brand Mykonos. Oh my gosh! So the hubby and I never had, I mean, other than like margarines, we've never had a plant-based butter. This is really good. Okay, so it looks like this is melted. I'm gonna add our quinoa flour. So this is basically, we're making a roux for you folks that never made a roux before. It's basically vegan butter in this case and flour. And this becomes your thickening agent for your sauce. So this actually is a good base for all kinds of sauces other than bechamel. If you want to make a cheese sauce for mac and cheese, this is how you start it. So we're going to go ahead and add our milk. And get a whisk. So we're going to let this cook for a little bit, let it get up to a boil, so we'll figure out how thick it's going to be. And then we'll add our salt and pepper and some more soy cream. Okay, so we're here at a boil. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat down because it's not quite as thick as I would like it. It's kind of watery. So what I might do is add a little bit of cornstarch to kind of thicken it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm not going to put the cornstarch in there because it's going to get lumpy. So what you do is you take out some and then you mix it together. Okay, so we're going to add that back in there. And then we're going to whisk. Okay, our bechamel is probably as thick as it's going to get, because if I keep cooking it, I'm not going to have any liquid left. So it's sort of coating the back of a spoon. So we're going to go ahead and add some salt and some pepper. This is cooking about, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes. So, and then we're going to add our soy cream. Okay, set this aside, and then we're going to go ahead and get everything ready for the layering of the lasagna. Yay, we got to the layering stage, so we're going to get started. So I'm going to put some oil down. Oops, as I hit the... And we've got our pasta sheets. We've got our meat sauce. Or meatless sauce, should I say. We've got our bechamel. We're going to have put some foil on it. Okay, so I'm putting foil on top. This is not in the directions, but I need to get that liquid into the noodles. So I want to keep as much liquid in there so that it cooks the noodles. And then we'll take it off maybe 10 minutes before it's ready, so we can get the nice brown top on the top with the cheese. The lasagna was in there for about 20 minutes. We're going to go ahead and take off the foil and see how it looks. Ooh, I can smell the tomato. Oh my goodness. Ooh, it looks pretty. Okay, so we're going to stick it back in the oven for about 10 minutes so we can get nice golden brown on the top. Okay, it's all ready. Nice and bubbling from the oven. Can't wait to dig in. Gonna wait maybe 10 minutes because it's lava hot right now. So let's let it cool down a little bit, and then we'll cut into it and see how it looks. Lasagna is cooled off, so we're gonna go ahead and cut it open, see how it is. Piece of kale there. Well, how's it look? I can't see it. Nice and steaming though. See it? It's really good. I know it's meatless and everything, but the texture of that meatless or plant-based meat substitute is really good, so it gives it that feeling like you're biting into like sausage or ground beef. And I like that I added the kale, because the kale actually adds a nice flavor and aroma to the lasagna. I'm taking another bite. I'm not a vegan, but I like this recipe, so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like it, and subscribe to my channel. And then don't forget to get the cookbook, which is somewhere around here. Don't forget to get the cookbook, the Happy Planet Cookbook, Recipes for Life by Dana Karic. Available now where books are sold.